On screen, he was a force of nature, a blow of fists and feet moving with a speed that defied belief. Bruce Lee was more than just a martial artist. He was a philosopher, a filmmaker, and a global cultural icon who shattered stereotypes and redefined action cinema. He seemed invincible, a picture of peak physical perfection. Yet, on July 20, 1973, at the young age of 32 and on the verge of international superstardom, Bruce Lee died suddenly, sparking a mystery that has endured for half a century. The world was left stunned, asking a single, haunting question: how could a man who seemed superhuman be gone so soon? The answer, it turned out, is far from simple. The official narrative of his final hours paints a deceptively ordinary picture. On that hot summer day in Hong Kong, Lee was meeting with producer Raymond Chow to discuss his next film, Game of Death. Later in the evening, he went to the apartment of actress Betty Ting Pei. At around 7:30 p.m., Lee complained of a headache. Ting Pei gave him a single tablet of Equagesic, a common painkiller that combined a tranquilizer with aspirin. Lee then went to lie down for a nap. When he couldn't be roused a couple of hours later, a doctor was called, and an ambulance rushed his unresponsive body to the hospital. But it was too late. Bruce Lee was pronounced dead. The subsequent autopsy concluded that his death was caused by a severe cerebral edema, a massive swelling of the brain. The coroner ruled it death by misadventure, an accidental death caused by an allergic reaction to an ingredient in the painkiller. For many, this explanation felt incomplete and unsatisfying, opening the floodgates to a torrent of theories and controversies that swirl to this day. One of the most recent and scientifically compelling theories, published in 2022, points to hyponatremia. Researchers argued that Lee's kidneys may have been unable to excrete excess water, leading to a fatal drop in his body's sodium levels. They noted his high water intake, his use of cannabis, which can increase thirst, and other factors that could have disrupted his body's water processing ability, causing his brain to swell. Others look back 2 months before his death, when Lee collapsed from heat stroke while dubbing a film in a sweltering studio. He was diagnosed with cerebral edema then as well but recovered. Some believe this earlier incident severely damaged his body's ability to regulate temperature, making the heat of that July day a critical and ultimately fatal factor. Beyond medical explanations, darker and more sensational theories of foul play have long captivated the public imagination. Whispers of poisoning by jealous rivals in the Hong Kong martial arts community or retribution from the triads, the Chinese secret societies he allegedly defied, have persisted for decades. The controversy was further fueled by the fact that he died in the apartment of his mistress, Betty Ting Pei, a detail that was initially concealed. This secrecy led to wild speculation, with some tabloids accusing her of being involved in a nefarious plot, though no evidence of foul play has ever been substantiated. These conspiracy theories have become an inseparable part of the Bruce Lee legend, reflecting a deep-seated refusal to accept that such a powerful figure could be brought down by something as mundane as a painkiller or a glass of water. Ultimately, while the official cause of death remains on the record, the true circumstances surrounding Bruce Lee's final hours are still shrouded in debate. Was it an unfortunate allergic reaction, a catastrophic inability to process water, a complication from a previous heat stroke, or something more sinister? We may never know for certain. What remains undisputed, however, is the powerful legacy he left behind. Bruce Lee's influence transcends his films. He was a revolutionary thinker who broke down barriers and inspired millions to pursue self-mastery and strength. His image, frozen in time at the peak of his power, continues to serve as a timeless symbol of potential, forever challenging us to be like water, shaping our own destinies.